The Galactic Empire had existed for thousands of years. Countless alien species lived under its rule. The Empire was powerful, vast, and feared across the stars. But then came the humans. At first, they seemed weak. Their ships were small, their colonies scattered, and their numbers few compared to the great empires. The Council laughed at them. Yet when war broke out, something terrifying happened. Humanity fought like no other species. They did not surrender, and they did not break. Every defeat only made them stronger. The Empire began to whisper a new fear. What if we cannot break the humans at all? The Empire sent fleets against Earth's borders. They expected quick victory. Instead, they met resistance so fierce, it shocked even the generals. Human ships were older, less advanced, yet their tactics were unpredictable. They fought with cunning, using every asteroid, every moon, every shadow as a weapon. Even when surrounded, humans fought until the last ship. One alien commander reported, "They fight like cornered beasts. No, worse. They fight as if every life is already a weapon." The Empire began to realize this war would not be simple. Back. On Earth, cities united like never before. Nations that once argued stood side by side. Old flags were lowered and one banner was raised, humanity's banner. Mothers sent sons to the fleets. Fathers sent daughters to the front. Old soldiers returned to fight once more. Humanity did not see the war as survival. They saw it as duty. The Empire had made one mistake. They thought humans would fear death. But humans carried something far heavier: hope. Years passed, and the war dragged on. The Empire lost ship after ship. Entire legions vanished against human ambushes. Council meetings grew tense. The Emperor demanded answers. "How can one young race resist the might of our fleets?" he roared. A broken general whispered, "They fight as if they have nothing left to lose." And that is what makes them unstoppable. For the first time in centuries, the Empire felt fear. Finally, the humans called for a meeting. A truce was suggested and the Empire agreed, hoping to learn the enemy's limits. In the Great Hall, human representatives stood before the Emperor. Their uniforms were worn, scarred by battle. Yet their eyes burned with unbroken fire. The Emperor sneered. "Your armies fight well, but they are small. How long can you resist before you collapse?" The human commander gave a cold smile. "You think you've seen our army?" He leaned forward. That wasn't even half of it. The chamber froze. The humans explained. The fleets that fought the Empire were not Earth's full strength. They were only the volunteer forces, soldiers who chose to leave their home to defend humanity in space. Earth itself had billions more. Factories deep underground were still building. Armies on the ground were still training. Entire nations had yet to send a single soldier. "We only sent those who were ready," the commander said quietly. "The rest are waiting. And if you continue this war, you will meet them all." The Empire stared in silence. The council returned to their chambers, shaken. The truth spread like wildfire. Humanity had not been fighting with its full army. They had only been testing their strength. Generals who once mocked humans now trembled. Admirals who once laughed at human fleets now stayed awake at night, imagining billions more human soldiers entering the war. The Emperor slammed his fist on the table. "We cannot defeat them," he admitted. "If this continues, it is the Empire itself that will fall." Fear had taken root at the very heart of power. For the first time in history, the mighty Galactic Empire considered surrender. Some urged to keep fighting, but the wiser voices knew the truth. Humanity had proven what no other race could. The humans did not fight only with weapons. They fought with unity, with will, with something the Empire could not understand. The council voted, and the decision was made. They would ask for peace, not out of mercy, but out of survival. When the humans received the message, they did not celebrate with cruelty. They had won, yes, But victory was not in destruction. It was in proving that no empire, no matter how vast, could crush the human spirit. The galaxies would remember this day. Not the day humanity surrendered. Not the day humanity was broken. But the day the greatest empire in the stars trembled, because humanity revealed the truth. They hadn't even sent their full army. And with that, humanity rose. No longer the newcomers of the stars, but the power that would shape the future. Thais, Galaxy would never forget.